Sorry, I was singing. No,
I mean, look at those thighs.
what? Hey guys, I'm Kieran.
Hi.
It's the big trippy, not the little one. It's a long day in hallucination land, man.
What's your
Tweaking, y'all.
Yeah.
I about your second
Your real name?
Net then.
Tyson. Tyson.
My name is my name is Jill.
Hi, my name is Jeff.
My name is Ginger Shady.
Yeah, I'm coming out with my new album, Gangster Ginger, releasing in 2025 some point.
When you gonna release that mixtape, Ginger or Drown?
Ginger or Drown? Good question. Good question. Oh my God, there's two Brandons. Watch out.
Hold up. Hold on. Get the All right. We good. We should be good. All right, bet. Let's get it. Hey, man, welcome to the Throwdown, man, episode 190. I'm your host, Ben, Brandon from the Block. Really want to call me, man, here with another episode. Hey, man, this is a football episode today. We'll be talking about a little something different today. What's the best era of football? But before we get to that, yo, bro, what's going on, man?
Man, nothing much. Hope everybody had a fun 4th of July weekend.
Oh,
But, first topic we talking about. If y'all pre-ordered the game, premium version, came out at noon today. So as soon as I got off work, I was ready to come back here and play this game. God, I cannot wait.
It's on it's on after this show, bro. I'm gonna be on it. I'm gonna be on. I'm watching Raw and play on college football. But Karen, what's good?
I don't give a fuck about Raw.
I'm doing pretty good. I just came home from vacation. Yesterday, was pretty hungover, but I'm good to go, man. So yeah.
All right, bet. Yo, Tyson, what's up?
Yeah, man. Nations.
Tyson, you
Damn it, Tyson.
Oh, okay. All right, bet. Hey man, let's get straight into it. So college football 26 is out, man. I don't know if y'all played it or not, but hey man, what's y'all thoughts about college football 26, man? If y'all got anything to say about it.
Well, I will comment on that, but beforehand, as y'all know me, I like to do stupid shit. So it's time to bring back the stupid shit that I did.
Here
we go.
Here we go.
Hold up.
Yeah. Yeah. Love to see it.
But, I haven't dug that deep into the game. I took like the first hour or so to go through all the teams on like the play now and look at like all their uniform options and shit. But
yeah,
started like the first game in Road to Glory. Shout out Kyle Blade, quarterback of the Radnor Renegades. But, bro, I cannot wait to do a deeper dive tonight when it comes to setting up a dynasty, going through. I will say Road to Glory, it is very interesting the way that it's set up through the first game. You play like specific moments and there's drive goals that help with your like quote unquote highlight tapes and recruitment tapes and shit. But the one cool thing is when it comes to getting the offers from schools, you'll have like a photo of your player, and then next to it will be a letter of the actual school offering you the scholarship, which is pretty sick. But, bro, I just cannot wait to dive deeper into this freaking game.
Oh yeah, for sure. Karen, you got any thoughts?
I actually did not buy it yet. So I don't really have an opinion. I didn't even buy the first one that like came out, but I'm eventually gonna buy this one. Money's just tight right now, so yeah.
Tyson, you got any thoughts?
I sound any
Yeah.
better?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Straight.
Okay, I put in headphones on some cool shit. I'm super excited for the game. I have not bought it yet. I gotta buy a new P5 before I buy one of those though.
Mm.
So, but I just moved into a new house, so I bought a TV. So like all of my funds are being being spoken for right now. That's why we're on this vicious fucking you feel me right now. This isn't my normal band. But anyway, I'm very excited about this game, bro. Especially from like a college football, like it marks the start of the college football season. The fact that this game is coming out, we got college football in about a week, or not a week, about a month, like actual games. So it's just ramping up sports again, and that's always going to get me excited.
24 days until the Hall of Fame game, and football is back.
I miss
Can't wait,
football
buddy.
so much,
Can't wait.
man. I
So
like the
much.
summer as like a season. Like it's really fun, but like I can't call it the best because there's no NFL, there's no NBA, like, and like baseball. Like I know everyone's like, I know Brod's a big baseball guy, so like,
Yeah.
but like I don't know. I just think the summer is just missing that element, really.
I do love the summer, don't get me wrong, but there is just something about watching, even if it's like some random like Thursday night, because you know how like always like the season, like the week before the actual like FBS season begins, there's usually like a FCS kickoff game between like two usually,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Week 0.
There's just something about watching the first kickoff of the season with your boys, and then just the shit talking begins. It doesn't get any better than that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like ordering wings, drinking beer, watching someone get their head kicked in, like it's awesome.
Sweating a juicy college football parlay.
Every time.
Bro.
Every time.
But
oh, speaking of college football parlays, I had the method. 14 point just big overs, right? If you got a 14 point, just take them on the spread, take 4 of them, put 50 on it, you win about $600. It gets nasty out of here. So like if you Ohio State versus Grambling State, I think week 2 is like a 21 spread. We'll beat them by 55 points more than likely. I think so, or it might be 28, but it's
my
around
strategy always, which helped me out a lot, especially like Ohio State playing Akron, the Citadel playing Clemson. If the spread is 50 or higher, or even like 45 or higher, I always take the other team. I always take the other team to cover that spread.
To cover. Absolutely. Absolutely, because all it takes is a couple of mistakes, or some missed field goals, or a fumble picked up in return. Like all it takes is a couple of dumb things to happen, and then the spread won't get covered.
All right, bet. Hey man, we're gonna go ahead to topic 2. The title of the show about the best era of football. Whoever want to start, what in your opinion is the best era of football to you?
That's a good question.
That is a very good question. Because like when we talk about eras in like the NBA, we usually go for the decade. Or we're doing the same thing with the NFL.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like I was thinking about like the early 2010s was my favorite era of football. Like there's so many personalities, like from like wide receivers to like and Odell Beckham Jr. having like the catch of the year. Julio Jones and Antonio Brown were great. Megatron. And then like quarterbacks as well, like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. A lot of people consider them like top 5 quarterbacks of all time. You got like Aaron Rodgers, who's arguably a top 5 quarterback. No, he is at this point. Drew Brees is in that conversation as well. I don't know. I just feel like there's a different vibe with like the early 2010s compared to now. But
I have a question though, Kieran. Do you attribute the Brady like Manning rivalry to the 10s or the 2000s? Because I attribute their rivalry more to the 2000s.
It's kind of weird because like their last game against each other was in the 2000s or 2010s. Two of their AFC Championship games was in the 2010s. I think it's kind of hard because like,
but the height of it was in the 2000s.
The height of it was in the 2000s. I think like the game what am I trying to say? Like stamped the rivalry was Peyton Manning's win against Tom Brady in the AFC Championship game in 2006.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of the greatest games of all time. Period. This is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like when we go like decade for decade, because like I can go for like it's kind of hard because like I feel like the early 2010s is different from the late 2010s. Because like I think the late 2010s is like more
100%.
heavy passing, where the early 2010s is still relying on the run game, like way more. So
I have a question for y'all. I'm going early 2000s. It's just it's the football that I kind of grew up on per se. Like that's the height of Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and things like that. That's the height of their careers is that early 2000s. Where do y'all think CJ2K's like 2,000 yard season? That's 2009. Am I wild for attributing that to the 2000s, or should that be grouped into the
2009? So it's in the 2000s.
Okay, so yeah, then I had more fun in the 2000s. Like that season, y'all remember when the Tennessee Titans went like 15-0 randomly in the early 2000s, just like with Kerry Collins for no reason? They were just really good.
Yeah. Baltimore walked into town and just absolutely embarrassed them.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. There's that time period for me, because I'm super biased. That's when I was a little kid watching football.
It's kind of
so. That's always
crazy
how
like two of the most recent best Titan seasons ended, or like, well, more specifically, like 2000 and like 2008. Like two of their best seasons were ended by the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah. And also, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Like one of their best Titans teams, 2020, they were ended by the Ravens too.
Yeah.
And the Titans beat probably one of the Ravens' best teams, 2019. They have an underrated rivalry for sure, but
even if you take it back to the early 2000s, like Eddie George versus Ray Lewis is a nasty rivalry between the two of them early on.
Yeah, for sure. Like in my my favorite type of football was like 2009 to like 2016. I think that stretch had some of the best Super Bowls we've ever seen. So many great playoff games, so many great players. I have to go like during that era. I think this era is close though, in my opinion, right now.
Yeah, because the quarterbacks in the 2020s, like you got Mahomes, you got Burrow, you got Lamar, Allen, you got them four. The talent in the receivers is crazy. You know, with Jettas, Reed, Tay.
I'm gonna leave when it comes to judging who I believe is the best era. I'm gonna leave the Super Bowls out of it. Because obviously a lot of the most recent Super Bowls have been some of the better ones, like 52 and 51 and all that. But if I had to go for like a straight era itself, I would probably say the 2000s. While the NFC wasn't great during that time, there was just something about that competitive edge, that 3-horse race between Manning, Roethlisberger, and Brady with the Steelers, Colts, and even like occasionally some good Broncos teams. The Chargers had a few good teams. There's just something about that AFC in the 2000s. The Jaguars were randomly good a couple times, where it's just unmatched.
Yeah.
That whole AFC North division in the early 2000s, it was just fun for me. Just to watch from outside, it was fun.
It's like crazy because like after 2003, Brady didn't win for 10 years, so it's just like which is, I think is good for the NFL that they have.
Well, 2004, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It absolutely is good for
like
NFL.
we got guys like we got Roethlisberger got a couple rings. We got
Manning got 2.
Manning won 2. Even Flacco had a ring. I know you 2012, but still like a lot like.
Well, we're talking about that 10-year stretch. I mean,
really that 10-year stretch from 2004 to like 2013. That might be the best era of football. Like
we're also in agreement that like that the 2000s is the last like era of like truly like not hard nosed like elite physical football, or we disagree. I think that's the last time where like it truly felt like niggas was dying on the field.
That was the last era where it's like, especially like a dude like Ed Reed, where it's like you come over the middle, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
This is part of the reason
Ryan Clark.
why I'm lower on this era compared to the 2000s because I feel like at some point, like I feel like the refs get like way too more involved now.
It's soft.
Absolutely.
You can barely hit the quarterback anymore. Like, I saw a freaking play where a defender was hitting Tom Brady, hits him like this, and it's called like roughing the passer. Like,
even like the Clay Matthews one.
Yeah,
like 2013.
Yeah.
But
it was like 2018. It was not even 10 years ago. Like,
Jesus. Even then, like, the last like big hit that I can remember that wasn't a penalty vividly is Malcolm Jenkins in Super Bowl 52 knocking Brandon Cooks the fuck out.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. And you know what's so ironic about that, Brad? We're all in agreement that
it was
probably.
Yeah, Brandon Cooks got a concussion on that play. Like, literally,
he tried to kill
literally.
Yeah, he definitely tried. But hey, man, this is what we're gonna do. All right. So for the best errors for football, we're gonna do it by each position, right? So I'm gonna give y'all a position. Y'all tell me which position which era do you think was the best for that position? So for the quarterbacks, who y'all, which area you think had the best quarterbacks?
See, this one's tough because
between the 2000s and the 2010s.
I would say 2010s. Peyton Manning, I mean, he had the 55-yard touchdown season. Tom Brady for the course of it, Drew Brees for the course of it, Aaron Rodgers, Big Ben. You know, like this is where it's tough because like some of the guys, like some of their primes in the 2000s as well. So like, and then like you have other guys like Phillip Rivers, who's pretty good. Like, Andrew Luck, who wasn't like he didn't have a long career, but he had a pretty solid career for the season.
I would say was consistently good when he started before he got hurt.
Alex Smith. We even got like 1 year wonders for Josh Freeman and Sam Bradford.
And, like I didn't even mention Stafford. I didn't mention Cam Newton.
That's a dog.
Even guys like Tony Romo. Like
Romo, Romo was tough.
Romo was a pretty solid, good quarterback. I mean,
I'm a Romo defender. I think Romo was elite.
Okay.
I'm a Romo defender.
Matt Ryan as well.
Obviously, I'm a little biased towards Romo. I will say I don't think he was elite. I will say that he was clutch.
He was good.
Yeah. Needed him.
Mm-hmm.
I think comparative to so in my thought process, like there's only like at any given time maybe 5 to 6 elite quarterbacks in the league at any given time. I think there were a couple of times where Romo was a top 6 quarterback in the league.
2014, he was really good. I remember that year.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson. I didn't mention Russell Wilson either.
Yeah.
So
Russ.
I mean, like, I think it's too early to say 2020.
Even the first few years of Colin Kaepernick, obviously before the giant crash out, he was pretty good.
Really good player at a moment.
We had 2010 Vic, who was pretty good. Carson Palmer had an MVP type year, like in
2013 Foles was pretty good as well.
Flacco was like for a while.
In the 2010s, we got a couple of Matt Schaub years that are kind of slapping as well.
Yeah,
Matt Schaub was low key good for some reason.
Yeah, for no reason, Matt Schaub was low key high.
2019, we also had 2019 Lamar too.
Yeah,
dog.
Yeah, man. I think it's got to be 2010s. I think it has to be.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. 2010.
Because, like, I mean, 2000, like, they had Peyton Manning, obviously, Tom Brady as well. But, like, Tom Brady
as well.
Like, even though Tom Brady has 07, I think most of his best are from the 2010s. So, like, you know.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Like, I feel the same way about Brees.
Favre was there, but he was inconsistent as hell in the 2000s. He was way better than the 90s. Kurt Warner was a 2-time MVP. So
yeah.
I gotta go 2010s. I didn't even mention you time to piss off Giants fans because it's funny as hell. But
that's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I came in here fully anticipating to say the 2000s for quarterbacks because it's spearheaded by Brady and Peyton. Yeah. Kieran's convinced me.
Those two they're very close to one another if we're being realistic.
Kieran has convinced me. I'm on the 2010s now. I thought I was a 2000s guy, but
I think think it's hard to judge because like some of these quarterbacks that I mentioned, like some of their primes is like the end of the 2000s into the 2010s, or some are late 2010s and entering the 2020s. So like, I don't know, two sides you can look at it. So, but final answer 2010s.
2010s. All right, bet. All right, let's move on to the next position. We got running backs.
This is easily 2000s in my opinion.
Easily.
Damn.
Because like as much as we love to talk about 2013 Shady, 2012 AP when he won the MVP, 2K, you can't overlook Sean Alexander's MVP season, LT's MVP 31 touchdown season, CJ 2K. I gotta go.
Hulk's MVP year.
Yeah, I gotta go with the 2000.
You also have
I'm biased.
You are.
Well,
Yeah, I think.
And obviously.
Yeah, the greatest running back season in NFL history happened in the 2010s, so I'm biased. But I feel y'all though.
No, I feel you. I feel you, Tyson. But like, I mean, I don't think it's enough.
I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. Your argument is way stronger than my argument. This is just my heart telling me that the AP is like, spearheading it.
Because like, I can think of like 2000s running backs: LT, Sean Alexander, Chris Johnson, Larry Johnson, Priest Holmes, Quinn Portis, like even Jerome Bettis
had a couple good years in the 2000s.
Ryan Westbrook, Adrian Peterson had 3 good years in the 2000s.
Even Marion Barber, especially that 07 season, he was pretty good.
Yeah.
So my question is, are we also factoring in like the philosophy of the NFL during these time periods? Because I agree with you, but I also think that running the football during the 2000s was more of a precedent than it is now. I mean,
you're not wrong. I mean,
okay. So then I agree. Like I was saying, I agree with y'all the whole time. The 2000s totally makes more sense for that to be the best era of running backs. It philosophically, it was set up to be that way. But the best running back season, I'm gonna keep sliding this in here, is AP in 2012, 2013. We're gonna keep.
You're not wrong. I don't think anyone disagreed with you.
No.
Okay, I just had to give my nigga his praise. That's all this was.
I will say that
Christian Ponder. Okay.
Well, I will say that Saquon didn't sit out Week 18 against the Giants. I would have said Saquon this year, but
I would. So my only pushback to you saying Saquon would have been exactly what Karen just said. We carried Christian Ponder to the playoffs on some cool shit.
Yeah,
it's fucking dumb.
I think what separates Adrian Peterson, I think he had more of a burden than Saquon did.
Yeah, because of roster construction and how good the rest of the team around Saquon is. Yeah.
That's not diminishing Saquon as a player.
No, not at all.
Like the situation that AP had compared to Saquon is kind of like not so.
Yeah, it's like if you ask both of us to make a pancake, and then I asked you to make a pancake in Hood Meal's crib in comparison to a 5-star chef like kitchen, you coming out with a good pancake out of Hood Meal's house is still more impressive. They're still both pancakes though.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. 2019. To go back to the quarterback to Lamar, was that MVP?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. All right. Now, all right. Next, I think it's gonna be a little tough. We got receivers.
Yeah, that's gonna be really tough.
Shit. You can make a case for 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s.
Yeah. Because like the height of Randy Moss was in the 2000s, Larry Fitz height was in the 2000s, 2010. Obviously, you got Calvin Johnson, Antonio Brown,
Julio Jones,
It's like,
DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah. Oh, it's tough.
I don't know.
Even T.O. that was in the 2000s. Actually, you know what? Since it's Fitz, Randy, and T.O. I'm say 2000s.
I think I'm gonna say I'm leaning 2000s. 3 of like my top 6 receivers of all time come from that era, or 4 of my like top 7 receivers of all time come from that era. So I'm leaning them.
I have a question though.
What's up?
You guys do you guys associate Fitz with both decades? Because I think some of his best seasons came from the early 2010s.
Exactly. I have Fitz as an early 2000s guy, even though his playoff success are like when the world kind of caught on to him was the 10s. I have him as a 2000s.
Well, yeah, after the 08 season, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like this is why I say this era is difficult, right? Because like I think 2020, like the 2020s, arguably have the deepest of like good receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jettas, Chase, AJ Brown, CD Lamb, Nico. Like, I didn't even mention Tyreek or Tay.
I'm gonna
Like,
say Tyreek, Tay, Cooper.
Chase.
Even then, in the 2010s, like majority of the consistencies is Mike Evans is in there too.
yeah,
Yeah, Mike is
Odell, B. Marsh,
Jarvis,
Alshon Jeffrey.
Jarvis Landry had a few good seasons in there. Brandon Marshall, he kind of floated between both the 2010s and the 2000s.
Michael Thomas. I mean,
Question, yeah, 2010s guy for sure. Question, R.I.P. Rest in peace. Do we have Demaryius Thomas as a 2010s guy? Right?
100%, yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah, for sure.
Bet.
Because he was
Brain a
drafted-
little foggy.
He was drafted in what? 09?
No, he's
I'm
drafted,
brain-
retired in 2019, so he's definitely 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's also guys like Deshaun Jackson, who was in the league for a while.
Mhm.
Who there's another big name I'm missing. AJ Green was consistent. Like,
Jeremy Maclin had a few good seasons.
Yeah.
I think we're forgetting Julio. I don't think we've spoken about Julio.
We said Julio.
this time. Oh, you said Julio.
there's also
Even then in the 2000s, or even so, I forget.
Yeah.
A 2000s or 2010 guy, Roddy White.
I was gonna say Roddy. That's why I was piggybacking into. Roddy.
that one is difficult because like his best season is arguably 2010, and like
I forgot Toy Holt, Isaac Bruce, and Steve Smith.
From what era did we forget them from?
Probably 2000s.
2000s. Yeah,
Got to be the 2000s. Yeah.
we probably have to write this down and then like
Yeah.
go side by side and be like, yeah,
But even that, or even like Wes Welker too. He was pretty consistent.
Welker was good, pretty good.
In 2000.
Yeah.
Greatest white slot in NFL history.
Yeah.
There's another one. There's another guy that I'm.
2010, Eric Decker had a few good seasons as
Eric
well. Adam Thielen. That's when like.
Hey.
Diggs too.
Did y'all say
Diggs.
Diggs? Y'all say Diggs?
Yep. Diggs.
Tyreek.
Diggs.
There's one more guy. Oh God.
Oh, did we talk about D-Hop?
We're idiots. Andre Johnson.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
For sure.
even then.
But wait, did we
Other
talk
guys
about D-Hop?
in the 2000s are Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne.
Yeah, no, that's crazy that we forgot about the guys.
Not gonna lie. That kind of convinced me it's 2000 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marvin. But earlier when I was saying like 5 out of my top 7 receivers come from that era, it was including Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I completely forgot that Marvin Harrison was a 2000s guy.
Yeah.
So
That's my dog. One of the most underrated receiver in NFL history, in my opinion. Kind of a hot take, but still, my dog.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm not high on him, but Hines Ward was pretty good too. So
Yeah. Yeah, we
Yeah,
fuck with
for
Hines.
sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
even guys like Burritt, like Plaxico was pretty good too. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I agree.
Monty Toomer had some consistent seasons.
oh, Anquan.
Oh my God.
And Quan.
I couldn't stand him.
And Quan. He not dropping that ball. That's why you mad. He not dropping
Nah, I
that
couldn't.
bitch.
He a 9 or 2. Fuck him. Nah, I'm playing. But anyways, this we got defenses.
Oh shit.
Defense, like just
Yeah, defense, whole defense.
Oh, it's the 2000s for me.
Yeah, probably.
It's the 2000s for me.
I think it's the 2000s because I think the rules restrict players more now than back then.
Yeah.
So we're just learning that the 2000s is the best era of football. If we're gonna go
As high key what we're
every
figuring out.
single category.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
I'm just happy because I said it earlier. I was like, it's the 2000s, but
Because,
now we're here.
Those defenses in the 2000s. I mean, you had some pretty consistent Pittsburgh defenses. The 2000 Ravens, obviously. 07
Disgusting.
was really good.
04 page too.
04 Patriots. You know who I think is a very underrated like era of defense? Those Rex Ryan Jets defenses from like 2007 to 2009. That little threshold right there. Elite defenses.
The Bears defense, Urlacher, Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Fucking Lance Briggs on the outside rushing the passer. They got wicked.
04 Eagles defense was pretty good.
Yeah.
The Bucks defense.
Memphis defense in 02. My God.
Oh man.
It's got like they have the best defense, and also like I just think like
even then, if you look at like the emergence of a lot of guys within the 2000s that we rank really high, like Urlacher, Charles Woodson, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu, they're all guys from this era.
Yeah.
Warren
Hey, I
Sapp.
literally. So you know what you just did, Kieran? You reminded me of a defense that we didn't bring up: the 2000s Buccaneers. And that Warren Sapp defense is disgusting, absolutely disgusting.
no, like think about the dogs on that defense: Simeon Rice, Derek Brooks, and John Lynch. Like
Rondé Barber.
One of the great
Barber.
Like,
who's a very underrated guy. I mean, even like I don't want to say it's the height because he played a lot in the 90s too, but even John Lynch had some really good years in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what about the Eagles defenses too? Like in the 2000s,
Oh,
I forget.
Yeah, Brian Dawkins,
coordinator. I forgot his name.
Who was
like
our D coordinator?
Middle of the season, I think. Right? You know what I'm talking about.
Cole.
Yeah.
Trent Cole was your edge rusher during this time period, right? Or am I tweaking?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Trent Cole was really good.
And
really good.
Also, Javon Curse, who we had just gotten from the Titans in that era. Who was in, trying to think of who else.
We're also forgetting the Giants too.
Yeah.
Justin Tuck, Umanura, Spags led defense. I mean, a lot
Corey
of
Webster. Corey Webster had a couple good seasons with the Giants during this era.
Intro role too.
Rasheed Mathis on the Jaguars had some really good seasons as well.
Yeah, the Jags in 07 had a really good defense. People forget about that. John Henderson was really good. Like, yeah, man.
Even like the Colts guys that we haven't even brought up yet, like Robert Mathis, Dwight.
Robert Mathis, yeah. Yeah. I got 2000s for me. I ain't gonna lie.
And Bethea too. He's a slept
on. Yeah, I for me,
guys, Teddy Bruschi, Rodney Harrison, James Harrison emerged in this era as well.
Now I have a question. So I'm gonna go to the 2010s, like, because I'm hearing like all these defenses. Legion of Boom, no fly.
Yeah.
The Steelers defense 2010 that was very good. Like that went to the Niners.
I hate to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. I hate to bring up this scab, but it's only a scab for me. Fuck Broad, but that 20 like what is that 19 or 18 Zimmer defense the Vikings had was amazing until we played the fucking Eagles. So let's slide us in there until we play those bum ass niggas.
17.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, 17. Yeah, he's right. 17 with Eric Kendricks and Everson Griffin and Xavier Rhodes, and it was that defense. Harrison on the back end. That defense was dirty.
Oh man, nah, it was nasty. Definitely.
Aaron Sharper was also in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. Oh, and also for receivers, I got 2010s just because of the talent they got. Not even with AB or Julio and you got the D Hops, you got the Michael Thomas, you got the Odells, you got the
that is a really strong three. Julio, Calvin, and AB as your three is a really strong.
Oh man, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I think 2010's got it. I really.
But I don't know, gang. I just don't think they fucking with Randy, T.O., and Larry. I just don't think they fucking with them.
And even if you want to go 4, Marvin in there too.
Yeah, and then you slide Marvin at the 4. It get wicked for niggas. They get back.
And also Steve Smith Sr. and Torrey Holt is yeah.
Torrey Holt, yeah, that's tough too. Hold on, well, let me see. Let me check the 20.
Dude,
right quick.
Also another guy that had some pretty consistent seasons.
Larry Fitz,
2010, and in the 2000s is Santana Moss of Washington too.
Yeah, he was very good.
Oh my God, I ain't even mentioned Tay Adams. I'm tripping. I ain't mentioned Tay Adams.
Yeah, but his best years are like in the 2020s though.
Yeah, but when you put Randy, T.O., Fitz, and Marvin up against those 4, I mean, you're gonna take like Fitz and all them.
How y'all
'Cause, like,
feel about Dez Bryant?
Fuck him.
Fuck that bitch ass nigga. He put his hands on his mom, and that nigga's a bitch.
Keenan
Exactly.
Allen, he got shit.
But
Yeah.
on the field, overrated as fuck. You thought I was gonna be nice now, bitch
Whoa,
ass
whoa, whoa,
nigga.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Jump
whoa,
ball
whoa,
merchant.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait.
Jump ball merchant. Fuck that nigga.
Time out. The X man himself. Nah.
No.
Yeah, man.
wait, I
Brandon,
have a
put that shit down.
question. Who raised Des Bryant? Like overrated?
Oh, so some people believe that like he's a fringe top 15, top 20 receiver all the time.
No.
Who?
So
That's cap.
No.
That's cap.
just saying.
Maybe
There's some
Top
maybe in
15 is
Cowboys
crazy.
maybe in Cowboys history.
he top 5 Cowboy wide receiver of all time. Probably more than that.
He's probably 3. I take CD over him now. But
Mm. All right,
I
y'all.
think
Well, let's move on. What's next? Oh yeah. Every year they always have the coaches, experts, players, they always have their top tens in the league. It's that time of the year in the off season. We're just gonna react to the top 10 for the running backs. Number one, self-explanatory, Saquon. Number two,
mhm.
you got
Yeah.
Derrick Henry.
Okay.
3, Jameer Gibbs.
No.
No.
4,
No.
4. I'm gonna finish the list. 4, you got Bijan. 5, you got
Okay.
CMC.
Okay.
6, you got Josh Jacobs. 7, you got Jonathan Taylor.
Is
8,
Josh Jacobs better than Jonathan Taylor? Keep going. I'm
Wait,
thinking out
let
loud.
him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish.
Go
8.
ahead.
Oh my gosh. You got James Cook.
Oh my God.
He
You
had a
got
great season though. He had a great season.
you got Joe Mixon at 9, Alvin Kamara at 10. And the honorable mentions they got Bucky Irvin, Aaron Jones, A Chain, and Brees Hall.
I'm gonna be real with you. Name them last 3 niggas again.
Mixon is top 10.
Mixon is. I'm
James
not mad at Mixon. He
James
balled.
Cook, Joe Mixon, and Alvin Kamara.
I
Take
ain't got
Kamara.
Kamara top 10 after last year. Yeah, Kamara not top 10 for me after last year.
No,
I,
I
I,
mean, Bucky Irvin's better. I ain't gonna lie.
Bucky,
I don't think Kamara's that great anymore.
he's not.
no.
Like
He's not.
he's still like serviceable, but like I don't know. I just think like
Top
Bucky.
2, I don't have an issue with. I just think fully healthy CMC, I would have him over Bijan and Jameer Gibbs. Jameer Gibbs, move him down to 5. Bijan, cool at 4. James Cook, great season, but not top 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I'm not even that mad. I'm not even that mad that the names they have on this list. I would just switch
Yeah.
the order up, really.
Yeah, like the names they have on here, and they honorable mention Aaron Jones and what was the other name they said?
Aaron Jones should be top 10.
What for what number?
It
Trying to
was
tell
like
him.
Aaron Jones, Brees Hall, Devon A. Chain.
Aaron
Yeah.
Yeah, Bucky Irvin, Aaron Jones, Devon A. Chain, and Brees
I
Hall.
put
Those are
Bucky.
the honorable mentions.
I
And
put
James
Bucky Irvin.
Conner, my fault. James Conner too.
I put Bucky Irvin top 10 for sure.
James had a really good season last year too.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I think it is. I think it's super contingent on what you did last year. And if it's super contingent on what you did last year though, I just don't know how Jameer over Bijan. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because I think Bijan's the more talented running back for sure.
I think he's
I
the
got
more
him 3.
versatile.
I
He's
got
the
him
more
3.
versatile running back for me. He's stronger. He's just as fast in my opinion. Like, what does Jameer Gibbs do better than Bijan?
I don't
Nothing.
really. I
Nothing.
mean, like,
But
I
speed.
get like
Maybe
he like
catch the ball better, but other than that, that's like
like
No,
like
But
Gibbs is a better
baby
Gibbs,
thing.
Gibbs is a better receiving back, but it's not like that much. Like,
Yeah.
so better receiving back in what vein? So like when we say that, do we mean that like what do y'all think makes him better? Because I think Bijan is a significantly better route runner than Gibbs will ever be. Like the route running is drastic between the two.
I
and the hands. I'm not gonna lie, hands too.
Yeah,
Hands too.
Bijan has way better hands than that nigga.
That's what I
Like,
said. I don't agree with it.
because the more I think about it, like they're not lining Gibbs well, and if they did, I just didn't see it very often. Even though I watch the fucking Lions often, they don't line Gibbs out wide and have him run curl routes or have him run post routes and things. They don't do that with him.
No, it's
and
feels and fun.
Yeah, but like, do you really see like
Gibbs do that? Yeah. Bijan do
not
that?
a
Yeah.
lot though. Like,
So here. I'll agree with you that it's not a mainstay or a pillar, but the fact that you line up and use him that way, and they still throw him the ball in those, shows me that he has a capability that bro doesn't have.
Mm.
but
We
like,
don't have to do it. You don't
I
have
have
to do it a
I have a
million times throughout the season to show me that
No,
you can do it.
no,
You feel me?
you're not wrong. But I have a question though.
What's up?
Like, is it enough for like what Gibbs does as receiving back, like doing wildcat formation and shit, or no?
I mean, if they're
You're
in
not-
the Wildcat, so here, elaborate on what you mean by that. Because in the Wildcat, like, what route is he running? He's usually like the quarterback your per se
Oh
quarterback
wait,
in those
no, not wild.
situations.
I'm tweaking. No,
Are you
continue. Sorry, I'm
okay?
tweaking.
Okay, yeah. So
I got it mixed up. Shit.
no, you good, you good. I was just trying to get clarity in case because you're not an idiot. I know that you know what you're talking about. So it's like maybe I'm mistaken on something. But nah, from like a receiving back standpoint, I got Bijan. I got Bijan in terms of.
I meant wheel routes and shit. I meant wheel routes.
Oh yeah, okay.
My
Yeah,
bad.
flats and shit.
Yeah, wheel
So
routes and flats. Like, I'm basically saying like even though like Bijan does all that shit, cool. Is it like more effective on Jahmyr Gibbs like running wheel routes and flats? Like that's what I'm asking.
Okay, so I think there's a difference between effectiveness and like someone who is more skilled at an aspect of football than someone else. Like, does that make sense? Do I need
Yeah,
to further explain?
yeah.
So I agree with you that like a wheel route or a little little throw out to the flats or option routes for Gibbs can produce the same amount of like yards or production as a Bijan. But when you ask me who's better, I take into account the skill difference. And if I'm asked to do things that require more nuanced skill than you,
Mhm.
9 times out of 10, I'm probably better at this thing than you are.
I don't know why I said wildcat. That was dumb.
Now you good, you good. But yeah, this is just my philosophy on like comparing anything. It's the same thing for wide receivers. Like if someone's more skilled than someone else, you got to have an ungodly generational talent to bridge that gap.
Oh, I agree. I think Bijan's better than Gibbs.
Yeah.
I was just saying like I think Gibbs is slightly faster than Bijan. I think he's I don't know, like I don't know. It's tough, but like I definitely think as a runner, Bijan as like a gap scheme runner, I would take Bijan over Gibbs for sure.
Excuse me.
All right.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, bet.
No. But let's get back to the list. Like, so they had Jacobs at 6 and JT at 7.
They had, hold on. They had at 6. They had Josh Jacobs at 6. Jonathan Taylor at 7. Yep.
Okay. I mean, I think they're intertwined. I think Jacobs does. I think JT's like definitely more faster. I think Jacobs is a more physical runner though. So like,
Yeah,
I think really pick your poison. Really,
I think with agility, vision,
yeah.
JT got that.
I prefer. Yeah, I was gonna say I prefer JT's vision.
Okay.
But Josh
And then like
Jacobs,
when you couple
Jacobs
his vision with his explosion though is why I'm taking him. You couple his ability to explode out of the hole and his vision, it just makes him deadlier to me or more dangerous than a Josh Jacobs.
for sure.
I don't know, man. Jacobs is hard to bring down. Like,
No, he is a very hard nigga to bring down for sure.
yeah, man. Like,
James Cook at 8 is blowing me off, bro.
I don't know
I
why y'all so low on James, man. Why y'all so low on James?
I'm not low on James. I'm just shocked that someone's not here. Like,
Nah.
Yes, James Cook had a very good season, but if you're telling me that he's top 10 and Aaron Jones isn't, I don't know how.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I didn't want to get on here and be super biased all day. I already did it for Adrian Peterson. I was going to leave Aaron Jones alone.
Aaron Jones, even when he was with the Packers, he was a consistent top 10 running back. So how did he
fall after having what is arguably his best season in like the past like 7 years? Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, I'm looking at these. Trey, stay off the catnip. Stay off the catnip.
Stay off the catnip.
So, I have a question. Okay, let's do something real quick. Like, since like people have this thing, so James Cook or Aaron Jones? Let's start.
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones.
James Cook or
Wait. Can I give my opinion on that?
No, Tyson,
but-
don't piss me off.
So y'all are gonna hate this, but it's
Tyson,
James
don't
Cook.
piss me off, bro.
But the
Oh my,
reason it's James Cook is because y'all weren't Vikings fans with me. Every time he got tackled, bro, I was on pins and needles hoping he could scrape himself off the fucking turf. Every time he got hit, I was like, oh, he's hurt. Oh, I know it. I can just feel he's hurt.
Aaron.
So
No,
yes,
no. That's actually funny because I remember. That's actually funny because me and Tyson were watching the Jets and Vikings game, and Aaron Jones caught like that big catch, right? And he just literally just died. Like, yeah,
bro. Y'all don't understand it because y'all weren't watching every single game like I was, bro. But the roller coaster of emotions watching him play football was so hard because he was playing well, but it was like, oh, he's gonna get hurt. He's gonna tweak a rib. He's gonna pull a hamstring. He won't play for 2 weeks. So I'm going
because
Cook.
like that's what I'm saying. Like, is Aaron Jones' durability a problem for him being top 10?
I wouldn't be mad if you made the argument. I would not be mad if you made that argument.
Because at some point, like, there's a difference. Like, oh, you're hurt for a season. It's a problem if you're getting hurt like every single play. Because there's multiple instances of this happening. Because I literally had Aaron Jones in fantasy last year, and I know this is a stupid ass argument. I get it, but like, I'm being so dead ass. Like, do we have to take durability into account? I'm just saying. Like, I don't know, but
I mean, if you're using fantasy to heighten your argument, I'm not gonna fucking listen to it. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah. Well, we can do minus the fantasy. Just should their durability play a factor in who's the better player? And I think yes and no. But asking me as a Vikings fan, who would I rather have last year in that system? It's 9 times out of 10, it's the healthier player.
Yeah, but at the same time, you also have to, if you're going to factor in durability, you also have to factor in age because Aaron Jones is like 8 years older than James Cook.
But I don't think that would help Aaron. That would only solidify that we're taking James. So even if I steel man what you're saying, I agree with you. It just leads me to still take James.
Okay.
I guess.
So I'm looking at a list of running backs right now. Okay, just say if they're better than James Cook. Okay. Breece Hall.
Yes.
Brandon?
Gotta go Breece.
Breece Hall's been.
Gotta go Breece.
No, Breece has been too inconsistent. I'll take James Cook.
Devon A-Chain.
Okay. Ooh, I'm taking Cook. I'm taking Cook on this one. I'm really high on A-Chain, but
I'm taking Cook.
I fuck with Cook a little bit more. Keep going. I fuck with A-Chain.
I'm taking A-Chain, but I'm also not gonna not acknowledge that it is close between those two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I fuck with both of them really heavy. I'm taking Cook though.
Kyron Williams.
Kyron Williams.
Kyron Williams.
Give me Kyron.
Yeah.
Give me Kyron.
Brandon,
I think he's the most criminally underrated running back in the league in my opinion.
Yeah.
Brandon, you remember when Maddie said last year that Kyron?
Oh boy, don't take me back. Take me back.
Okay, this is an interesting one. Kenneth Walker.
K9.
Oh,
K9.
Give me K9, but it's close, bro.
It's close though, but give me
K9, but it's close.
K9's a freaking. When hell did that man's a freaking joystick, bro?
He's a freak, bro. He's a freak.
A joystick, bro.
My only concern about K9 is his vision because I think it's spotty at times, but that's really.
I think you know who I blame for his vision problems though, to a degree, because like at Michigan State he didn't have that problem for a Wake Forest he didn't have vision problems. I blame that trash ass Seahawks O line. No disrespect, Brandon. I blame that garbage ass O line for not creating real holes or having real lanes for him to run through 9 times out of 10. He's having to create things. Anyway, continue the list, but that's a lot of that O line's fault.
Okay. Let me see down here. I mean, you guys are taking Joe Mixon, right?
Yes, I've been one of the biggest Joe Mixon defenders for the longest time. I remember getting in arguments with so many people like Kieran and Trent over Joe Mixon because people said that he was overrated. They expected him to dip off when he went to Houston, leaving Cincinnati. And what did he do? He broke out once again.
Dog, I agree with that. I do think it is a toss-up though, so I'm going to go middle. I can't choose.
Okay. I mean, James Conner.
And give me Cook.
Okay.
I value explosion, and just he creates more explosive plays.
It's so hard to like when it comes to it because Cook is a little bit known better for his speed, while Connor would traditionally be more of a power back. So he's not going to run for like consistently like 15, 20-yard rushes. It'll be like the hard-nosed 5-6 yard gains. So it's like so hard to like.
Yeah, it really just comes down to which one of the two do you value. And for me, I think I've always been, because I feel like in football, like momentum is a true thing. Like it really truly exists. So like big plays, they swing momentum unlike anything else. But a 5 or 6 yard hard nosed run also builds momentum. Don't get me confused.
Well, it's always like the styles too. Like they can consistently change throughout the eras. Because like you look at the 2000s, like I'm going to bring quarterbacks into it as well. Like 2000s was mainly pocket passers and power backs. Like and then as like the last 2 decades have gone on, it's shifted more towards like the dual threat quarterbacks and the speed backs.
A little bit of a spread offense. Yeah, we try to spread shit out.
My fault.
No, you're good.
I was gonna say Chuba Hubbard.
James.
Hey, James Cook, but I'm the biggest Chuba Hubbard fan on earth. I will say some crazy things about that man.
Underrated.
Oklahoma State, but there's just something about his NFL game where his Oklahoma State kind of style of game did not transition over to the NFL well.
No, it didn't. But like Kieran, if you asked me Devin A-Chain or Chuba Hubbard, I'm gonna look at you for a long time and say Chuba.
Okay. And then the last name, I mean, what about Alvin Kamara? You guys think James Cook is better?
Cook over Kamara right now.
Yes.
Cook over Kamara right now.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I love Alvin Kamara, I've tried to give him the benefit of the doubt for the last 3 years, but his production just keeps dipping where it's so much harder to defend.
I also think I don't know. I just think he's worse too. Like not even production. Like just watching him on the field, he's way slower, and he's not like
his mechanics just seem tight.
Like his balance is still there. Like the receiving ability is still there, but how much can you like rely on that? You know?
Yeah. Well, especially when Nola doesn't have a quarterback too.
What other names can I say? I mean, Brian Robinson, probably James Cook, right?
James Cook.
Yeah. Chase Brown, James Cook.
I will say Chase Brown is underrated though.
Tony Pollard had a good season, but James Cook is better.
James Cook is better.
He is.
Okay, so we're all in agreement that James Cook is a top 15 running back, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So from like, my question is like, what do you guys think is like the perfect range? Is it like at 10 or like somewhere else? Like
I say
to 12.
I say 12 to 15.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
I think he's sliding into my 10. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I don't have Kamara in my 10. There was another like 2 names that I didn't have, or another name that I wasn't with. Run through the names for me.
I don't know why I just saw Nick Chubb's name, but he won.
Hey, Nicholas.
Chubb has fallen off of a cliff.
Bro, I'm so sad because Nick Chubb, besides Derrick Henry and Adrian Peterson, he's probably the best pure rusher I've ever seen.
Yeah. It's just his body betrayed him.
Yeah.
It's really sad. Like he literally had everything you want in a running back. Great vision, great contact balance, can run every scheme that you want. Like
Chubb was different. Chubb was different.
I hope he has like a Joe Mixon season. Like just like at least have some resurgence, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right, y'all, man. This is the last topic of the day. We got I don't know. Trey said where we rank Bucky Irvin. Top 10. Top 12. Top 12.
I think he's 9 or 10.
12.
I think he's 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, top 12. Be safe. But all right, y'all. We got a start bench cut. This is in their prime. We got Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, and Tyreek Hill.
Shit.
Well, I'm starting Tay Adams off rip. I just had to figure out who I'm benching and who I'm cutting.
Y'all know what it is, man.
Well, I know what Tyson's going to say because we talked about this earlier in the group chat.
We are cutting Tyreek Hill. We are starting Justin Jefferson, and we're benching Devontae Adams. Yep. Adams is a dog, but my nigga snatched his chain very early on, so we're just rocking with the nigga who snatched his chain.
I don't feel like answering this
Wow.
question because even if I'm gonna get pushback for anything I say.
The
so.
problem is, like, a lot of these spaces are not crazy. The only issue I'm gonna have is if someone's like, "Oh, Devontae Adams cut right off the rip," where I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
I like listen, I'm a Tyreek Hill guy. Tyson obviously knows that, but like it's difficult because all these guys have like really great qualities about all of them. So like
Yeah.
Tyreek's got generational yak and speed. Like Justin Jefferson and Tay are probably two of the greatest route runners I've ever seen in my life. So I think it really depends what you want.
And it's even then, like some people have argued that Justin Jefferson hasn't even reached his prime yet, and when he came into the NFL, that's when Devontae Adams was at his peak. And even like you look back at like the prime Tay Adams, that dude was unreal.
I think it's not to glaze my son too much, but if we do like steel man those people's thought process that like when Jettis gets in the league, he's like somewhere near Devontae while Devontae's at his peak, and then 2-3 years into Jettis in the league, he's already supplanted him. That's fucking crazy. That's
I would say it was like year 4. I don't know if he supplanted him. They were still close in my opinion. But like
I'm starting Tay Adams. I'm benching Jettas and I'm cutting Hill.
Yeah,
I know I'm gonna get.
I'm doing the same.
I know I'm gonna get crucified, but I'm starting Tyreek Hill. I'm benching Justin Jefferson. I'm cutting Tay.
Yeah, it's tough though.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
Okay. Like, listen.
All I know is
crazy, but I would say in their prime, I'm taking Tay before I take Tyreek.
No. Like I said, I don't think it's crazy if you like bench like any of them. Like, I personally would take Jettis over Tay because I think he has more consistent hands and he's better after catch. Well, like that's the only reason I would take Jettis. But
my question is, who do we think? I think of the three though, Justin and Tyreek are the most like quarterback friendly or most like pliable. In the sense that like I think you could put them in a situation where like the quarterback is hot ass and they'll lift him in comparison to Devontae, who I think I haven't seen him lift ass quarterback play before.
That is
what he had in Oakland going to Minshew or something.
Yeah,
it was so Derek. Yeah, he had Derek Carr, but Derek Carr was ass that year. That's the problem. Like he was not good. Like Derek Carr when he had Tay was actually like that was like Derek Carr. That's part of the reason why he left Oakland. Like,
but also my question is, well, not my question, but like in tandem to what you're saying though, Brandon, like he had Derek Carr.
But even
statistically, that wasn't a really good year for Devontae with Derek. That was
no, that's not true. That's not
14 touchdowns, Tyson. What?
He's Devontae Adams, you guys. What you just said? What was the yardage on that? The beginning of that?
Like 1500.
It was 15. I thought it was like 11. Okay, I was thinking.
No, that's 20. No, you're thinking of the next year. You're thinking of the next year.
Yeah, you're thinking
of next year.
Yeah, you're thinking of 2023, where in 2022, his first season with the Raiders, he had 1,516 yards and 14 touchdowns.
Yeah, he went crazy.
Cooking. Still a bump.
Now the next year he had a K, but he had 8 touchdowns with it.
He had 1,100, and
that's what it was. Yeah.
And then this past year, he had a little over 1,000, like 1,063 between the two teams, and 8 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Okay. I still think my point still stands though, but I was wrong about the year in which he had a down year.
I think I don't know. I just think I think it really at the end of the day, like I think at the end of the day, it depends what you value because like I feel like if you're taking Jettis over Reek, I think you have to take Kate over Reek. So like, but if you take Reek over both of them, you gotta have to like I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I'm gonna be honest, like I don't think any of these guys clear each other at their best.
No. And they all top 20 receivers.
I mean, I'd say.
I think I'm gonna be honest. I think all three of the. I know Jez doesn't have the like longevity yet, but all these guys are going to retire top 10 all the time for sure.
I mean,
I
I
think-
already have Tay Adams at 10.
Jettis
Yeah,
is gonna,
Tay in my
in my
10.
opinion, even if Jettis doesn't like, because like my thing is, I think Jettis is gonna get multiple 2K seasons in his career. But even if my boy doesn't get those, I think he can still be a fringe top 7, top 6, top 5 receiver of all time, even without those 2K seasons.
Mhm.
Just
Okay.
like the beginning trajectory is so insane.
I have a question though. Do you think KOC will make JJ like pass a lot to get those seasons, or
Probably.
I think but we got to remember that my boy's a quarterback. Like my head coach is a quarterback. He's gonna throw the ball, even though people are gonna point to the fact that JJ didn't throw it a lot at Michigan. That's a John Harbaugh problem. That's not a KOC problem. KOC gonna have that boy throw the ball. So,
Okay.
yeah, I think he's going to be capable of getting it. The question is, how good is JJ? But really, the even more poignant question of that is, how much does it matter how good JJ is? Because Justin has made hot dog shit look serviceable multiple times already.
Mhm.
That's true. But like, I don't know. I have a question though. Like, I know Tyson's not high on Reek, but what will it take for you? What will it take for you guys for him to be top 10?
So I think it's a conversation that me and you have had a couple of times.
Yeah.
That like it's never just a production thing for me, right? It's on the field. I got to see the skill translate too. So like it's why I didn't put Jamar Chase ahead of Jettis on my rankings list this year, even though Jamar's coming off of a triple crown or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because most people, when I ask them this question, what did Jamar improve at from a skill standpoint as a receiver? They can't ever tell me. They just go. Do you think his hands got better from last year to this year?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. But most of the time they can't tell me that. And under normal circumstances, Brandon, I would argue with you and make you prove that his hands got better. But I'm not trying to get into that argument. It's the same thing with Reek. Reek would have to become better at certain aspects of being a wide receiver. It
I
wouldn't
do
be
think-
a production thing.
I do think Tyson his route running got better. Than what it was.
Then of
Okay,
the
okay,
three guys, Tyreek is easily the worst route runner of the three.
He is.
No,
for sure.
he is for sure. I'm just saying this. I think you could see a noticeable difference from what Reek came into the league compared to what he was at his peak as a route runner. I think there's definitely like his change in direction got like a lot better.
Yeah.
He's much better against press. He wasn't only being used on like posts and like go routes like all the time. Like
Majority of his like long touchdowns came off of go routes or slants.
yeah, for sure. No, like I'm just saying like I think Reek has definitely improved as Jettis has improved from his rookie year.
Yeah.
I think a lot of guys have improved, and sometimes they improve because they just get the ball more, or they just get because the thing is Marvin Harrison Jr. is a guy that we talked about, right? And one of the things that people said he struggled with was physicality, right? I think we're going to see a massive jump this year. And if people ask what did Marvin improve at? That can be a thing that he improved at. So
absolutely. So I don't want to defend my position a little bit because it kind of sounds like, and I don't think you were doing this on purpose, Karen, but I think you were, because you were like, Tyreek and Jettis have improved over the majority of their career, right? Over years and years and years, they get better, right? But my thing is kind of singular to this. When we're having a discussion from one year to the next, right? I had Jettis ahead of Jamar before last year started, and now people are asking me why I don't have him ahead now. It's because when I ask you assholes these questions, not you assholes, but just people in general, when I ask assholes this question, they can't give me quantifiable improvement. They just point to the Triple Crown, right? That's never going to be enough for me. An uptick in production doesn't mean an uptick in skill or anything like that. It just means an uptick in opportunity. That's all it means.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to defend that. But go ahead.
I don't know. I don't know. I think Chase has really been because I don't even think this season's gonna be his peak. I think eventually we'll see he'll get better as a separator. He'll be better against and shit. So
yeah, he can become a better route runner for sure. I think he can improve in terms of concentration. Like there are a bunch of places that not Jettis, Jamar can get better, and there are places that Jettis can get better too. It's just I
Yeah,
think
for sure.
there are
because
less places in
like
comparison.
me, a guy that improved like massively was Devontae Adams because that dude cannot fucking catch like beginning
No,
of
couldn't.
like, and then he
Mhm.
improved the game like runners of all
Yeah.
time. Shit. So I see what you're saying. I just think like when people say Reek hasn't improved, I heavily disagree with that. So like,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, so yeah, I can totally understand why you'd be frustrated with that. My position isn't that Reek hasn't improved. It's does the improvement garner a movement in the ranking?
I was just talking about like Tyreek as like, oh, like how many seasons does he need to like, because like
Oh, okay. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But yeah, so even to that though, my position was it's not a matter of productive seasons. It's a matter of improvement on specific skills that I don't think he's very good at currently.
Yeah.
And like if Reek had a season where like I thought his football IQ and understanding on where to sit down in zones and things like that, and like he didn't have a bunch of concentration drops and things like that, right? He had a couple of seasons consistent like that. I'd be able to move him up in the rankings, even if the production dipped, but the skill level of play went up. Let's say that Tua takes a step back and he can't get his numbers like normal, but
Okay.
he's a better player during that time period. I would still be able to push him up.
Okay.
There's also something else I want to say because I've seen this with some of my friends when they argue certain shit. Because I've seen people try to argue this with Tay Adams. When are we gonna stop this small school tax bullshit? Because
shit.
it's a small school.
What?
I thought we stopped that when Randy Moss came out. I thought we stopped the small
apparently we still-
schools tax.
Because I see it on like.
Am I lying though, Brandon? That's a freak of nature from a small ass school. I thought we were done with this after my boy ran.
No, it's still a thing. I see it on play all the time, and even like some of my friends are like, "Well, he played at the SEC. This guy didn't play." You know how many Hall of Famers went to small schools?
A lot.
A shit ton.
Yeah.
Shit.
Mhm.
Oh, name 5 right now. Well, there.
Yo, where did Tyreek go? Like Eastern Alabama?
Well,
Nah,
well,
Oklahoma
he
State.
started at Oklahoma State, got kicked out because he was a jackass and decided to. Which I don't respect him for this. He shoved his pregnant girlfriend down the fucking stairs. I don't.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no.
that's crazy.
And
That's
then he got
wild.
kicked out of Oklahoma State for that, and then went to West Alabama. But like Tay Adams, he was a small school guy through and through.
Yeah.
And then let's just think about it, right?
Even
He
then,
got kicked off the team by Mike Gundy.
NFL, his senior year at Fresno State with Derek Carr, he was the nation's leading receiver.
No, he was like that.
Mhm.
He was like that. Real dog. But it's fuck him because he's a Packer.
All right, y'all, man. Hey, man, that includes the end of the show. Before we head out, Wednesday, the basketball show, we'll be talking about our top 10 point guards in the NBA.
Oh, here we
Season the NBA. I know it's gonna be nasty. I got some guests coming in.
Jalen Brunson top 9.
But
Jalen Brunson top 9.
If I do not hear Tyrese Maxey in that top 10 list, that list is wrong.
I'm gonna be real with you, gang. You're probably not gonna hear Tyrese Maxey's name in the top 10 list, but I fuck with Tyrese though. He a dog. I fuck with Tyrese. Real dog.
He's a player.
He's a great player.
Wow.
Damn it.
But hey man, Braun, any last words before we head out?
Man, it was a crazy Monday today because obviously we had that whole 3-team trade earlier with the Clippers, the Jazz, and the Heat.
Yeah.
I just saw Baylor and Memphis. They have agreed on a 4-year series in college basketball. That's
great.
That's going to start this season in Memphis on, I think, December 6th. Yeah, there's been so many moving pieces around in basketball and football. Obviously, we had so much shit going on, but 24 days until football is back. Unfortunately, the Hall of Fame game sucks, but it's just a weird choice for those two teams. I believe it's the Lions and the Chargers. It's like,
ew.
Yeah, that's fucking random.
Yeah, that's random as heck.
I'm gonna look it up before I actually 2025.
Yeah, that is wild though.
Hall of Fame game. Yeah, it is the Lions against the Chargers.
Yeah,
right.
I'll probably be half-ass watching that one.
Mm. Hey, Tyson, any last words before we head out?
Shit, man. Thanks for having me on. I can't wait to talk about how Jalen Brunson is a top 9 point guard in the NBA next week.
All right.
Um,
For Wednesday, yeah, for sure.
You're
when
smoking.
I'm just saying, bro. He top 9. I didn't even tell you where in the 9.
Well, if you said Tyrese Maxey not top 10, where do you have him?
Maxey for me is like probably like so like he's not better than LaMelo Ball for me. He's not better than Tyrese. He's not better than Brunson's bum ass. He's not better than the niggas out west, Shea and them, Luca and them. He's not better than Trae Young. I'm at like 7 or 8 right now.
Ja.
Oh, Steph, Ja. I'm at 10. Tyrese is so like right around Kieran. Kieran, throw
11,
some names at
12.
me. Who am I thinking? Who am I missing?
Say Aaron Fox.
Okay, him and Fox is a conversation. I got Maxey over. Ooh, no, I don't. Fuck. Yeah, so like he's like 11, 12.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, 11, 12. 11, 12. Yeah. But what was my last point? I'm excited, boys. College football is on the horizon. I also never thought that I would be on pins and needles waiting for an Al Horford signing as a Warriors fans. I come from KD in the offseason. I come from waiting on Kevin Durant things and fucking and going to get real players. Now I'm listening to niggas say go get Al Horford, which they're right. We should go get Al Horford, but
I thought you were going to say that you're anxiously waiting for what is it, August 31st, when the Longhorns roll into Columbus.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm actually very optimistic about that game. I think we put belt to ass that
I don't
week.
think it's belt to ass, but I do think that Ohio State wins. Unfortunately,
I'll give you a little small diatribe about why I think we put belt to ass on them. They're in the exact same predicament that we're in terms of like quarterback with very limited experience, D line that returns limited production, and some good receivers. Right. The difference is we have the best player in offense in the country and the best defensive player in the country on our team. Separator. So.
all I know, Brandon, you better be ready for September 27th because you coming to the Whiteout in Happy Valley. We are coming for blood.
We're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. But, hey, man, Kieran, any last words before we head up?
Just this is for the chat. So on 4th of July, 3 guys were being very disrespectful to me.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. I was walking home from a bar and these guys threw beer bottles at me and called me a fat fuck and ran away. Just to let you know, guys, be kind to people. Mind your own business. We're all human at the end of the day. It's not nice to do that. Just at the end of the day, be kind to everybody. So, yeah.
And if you're gonna be a bitch ass nigga, at least have some nuts and stand on it. Don't run away. That was crazy. If you're gonna be a piece of shit, at least stand and face the man that you were fucking ridiculing and harassing. You pussy. Anyway.
Yeah. No, 100%. Because at the end of the day, we're all human. Be kind to one another, even if you disagree with a take. Like even then, like we argue on this show, but then we still show a sign of respect to one another, especially afterwards. But like just keep your hands to yourself. Like this is
right.
If you're gonna throw something at me, you better not run away. You better come right here to my face and catch this fade.
Mm-hmm. Swear to God.
That's right.
Swear to God.
Yeah, man. That's I'm sorry to hear that, Kieran.
I'm going to use Philly slang, for example, just because I do. Like, if you're going to start a mix, we're going to mix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But all right, y'all, man. For all the people here, make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, I'll see y'all Wednesday for the basketball show. Clips is on the way. And, peace.